I get a real big boost hearing what other good work all the rangers and the Aboriginal rangers that are doing.
The Fire Forum this year has clearly been the biggest ever.
Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people coming together and finding a way to bring that knowledge.
We're all involved in the Savanna burning industry, so there's Indigenous rangers here, there's pastoralists, there's federal and state government agencies, there's researchers, there's scientists. We all get together and we discuss how we can better manage fire and how we can better do early burning.
Fire, it's keeping our knowledge strong, and we keep that fire, keep burning on our heart.
Fire has always played a part in our cultural history.
It's a spiritual connection to our life, but also you need to have a clear understanding how to use this fire for managing the country. I was the first person to get these programs up and running and sharing our momentum to the rest of Northern Australia, and now to participate in carbon initiative programs across in Northern Australia.
We've fundamentally changed the fire regime on Cape York in the last 5 or 6 years. The early dry season's gone up to 15%, but the late dry season has dropped from 41% down to 23%. So we've almost halved the late dry season fires. What that basically means is with a little bit of cool fire, we've reduced a lot of hot fire, and that's saved emissions, greenhouse gas emissions, and also generated revenue under the Emissions Reduction Fund.
The fire is just, I don't know, it's just everything to us. And we've been doing it for thousands of years, and we'll continue doing fire management.
I'm Rowan Fisher, a researcher with the Darwin Centre for Bushfires Research at Charles Darwin University. One of my roles is to do all of the North Australia fire information burnt area mapping for the Northern Territory and the majority of Western Australia. What we're looking at is a comparison of the number of fires or fire frequency from the 7 years from 2000 to the last 7 years, and we can see all the green areas are where there's been a decrease in late dry season fires over an area of 361,000 square kilometres, and there's been a decrease in all fires of over 340,000 square kilometres, 1.5 times the size of Victoria. It's the change that's been achieved by fire managers. And for me, that's just a staggering achievement. To see this sort of continental scale change, it always blows my mind. I mean, I'm watching from satellite what everyone's doing each year, and then to see it displayed like this is incredible.
I'm John Connor, CEO of the Carbon Market Institute. I've come here to this Savanna Fire Forum to learn about the practices that are here across the top end of Australia, which are significant globally, because what we're learning here applies across the Savanna, around the world, but also a very significant player in the Australian carbon market.
We are sharing Australian but also international areas such as Botswana and other places that are interested.
In Botswana they do a lot of suppression work, and we're trying to, with our visit there, get them introduced to early dry season burning we do up here, and save them a lot of time and money. Today we're going to show the lovely people of Botswana how we burn Aussie style. Here we are, Team Australia, demonstrating how to light fire properly, using the wind to our advantage, what the normal stuff we do back home here in Australia. And yeah, just show them Botswanians how it's done properly, using the wind to your advantage.
Kangaroo fire and people like a sport. If kangaroo win, you get burned. If you win, kangaroo get burned.
What nice? Enjoying yourself?
Enjoying myself. Look, showing them how you do fire burning back home.
Yeah.
They really like it. They're saying we don't use much money. Yes, people, they look forward.
Yeah.
They're seeing Australian methodologies is one of the best example in this century now.
I'm from New South Wales, and I live in a community that's had bushfires over the last 2 months. We've had people's properties, farms burnt out. We've lost 1 billion wildlife. There's a lot of Indigenous communities in Southern Australia who are so keen to get back on the land, similar to what these guys are doing up here.
We've been burning through New South Wales and some in Victoria I'm mainly around New South Wales and doing a lot of burns in that country in the drought times. And it's all those areas we burnt, the big fire went straight around them and they didn't get affected. Since those large fires happened, we've got so many people now interested in Indigenous knowledge. We've been shouting for so long. But now they're all interested from all over the world coming in, we want to learn. We've got the farmers and private landholders say, you can burn on my property. They're saying, please burn on my property. And all this stuff. And so we've got community coming together. So I've come here today to talk to you about bringing top and bottom together and join it all up. Let Aboriginal people help each other. Let's rebuild our knowledge on this nation the way the old people done in the past.
People need to wake up and give our hand together in support and do our better management. I think there's a role for us, everyone, to play to make the country, especially in Australia, secure.